walk through marriage together. It's a beautiful thing to create new traditions along the way, and I have relationship expert Vicki here with me to give us some new ideas. I love this. So let's talk a little bit about, each year you have your anniversary, and maybe you don't want to do just the same dinner, flowers every year. What's something else you can add to this?
Well, I really am a fan of personalizing anniversaries, and, taking a little page out of the notebook, what about writing a letter to each other each year that would collectively create your shoebox of memories down the road?
I love that idea. Now, a marriage does change, we know, as children come into the picture and so on. What's your take on that?
Well, I think that it's also a really cool thing to include your kids in some of that. And of course, we need to be mentors to them. So when we're writing these letters to each other, they can be a little bit in the beginning. Of course, it's going to be all about, you and them. But as that grows, you're going to talk about how you have mentored your children and what that looks like. And there is such a great love that happens when we see our partners with our family. And that is stuff that if we don't write that down, it can fade away on us, especially in times when things might be a little tense or strained. So having those letters to go back to, and I strongly suggest that you go back and review those periodically just to remember and reminisce about the times that worked, the times that were rough and how you got through them. And mentoring your kids like that, I think that is a huge piece of our marriages and our families.
Absolutely. One of my favorite quotes that I read said that I want to have the type of marriage that makes my children want to get married.
Yes. I think that is so important because they are watching us every single day. And whether we realize it or not, they are really looking at our marriages and they're thinking, that is how I want my marriage to be, or that is how, or I want to take a piece of that and make that how my life runs. And we want to make sure we're doing a good job with that.
Absolutely. You told me a little story about your own son.
Yes. Recently, he was telling me that when his partner gets up in the morning, he makes her lunch before she goes to work and he throws her ski pants, because it's cold winter right now, into the dryer so that they're warm while she walks to work. And I said, where did you learn that? And he said, that's how Chris loves you. And I just thought that was, brings me to tears.
I love that. Vicki, thank you again for sharing with us today. Guys, for more information, visit markandmandy.com. That's all the time we have for today, but we'll see you next time on The Mark and Mandy Show.
Thanks for watching The Mark and Mandy